Greetings and welcome back. A rainy day in real life, but a sunny day as always in Minecraft. Well, I guess not as always, but today it is. I'm back on the Final Score server. I did a little world tour here and kind of got inspired by all the new 113 stuff and kind of realizing all the things I wanted to keep working on and add to the world using the new 113 stuff. And so I'm back, and the very first thing I did was kind of one of the first things I did in my single player world with the new 113 stuff. You can see it right here, is a new kelp farm. Whoa, let me actually land. There we go. Yeah, I made a big one. This server, I've been on here for 4 years, so I have all the materials I could ever want. It's kind of like creative mode materials wise. So anyway, I made the same version of kelp farm that I made in the single player world, which uses the observers to detect when any of them have grown to be 3 tall, and then it activates the line of redstone behind it, which activates the pistons. You've seen it before, but now I've made it sort of large scale, and it feeds directly into this big whole long chain of chests, which is probably way too much storage for the furnace array that I have set up. This is the furnace array that I've had for a long time. Not sure why nothing's feeding into that. Had this for a long time, and I think way too much capacity for input into this furnace, and I only have like 4 chests of output storage. So obviously need to kind of scale this up to cook all of the kelp that we're going to get. I've had this running for not too long, but already starting to accumulate a lot. But yeah, I wanted to come back and just sort of look around to show you some of the things. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to work on immediately, but just wanted to kind of come back to this world. This is kind of a fun thing using the glass layers of the colored glass. You can kind of make this fog effect, and yeah, made like a crack in the wall with lava flowing behind it, which gives a light source, which makes it kind of glow. Kind of fun. And then this is all the inner workings for the dam that I have set up with different inputs to turn off the water and turn it back on again. This is underneath the lake. I don't think I showed this last time. When we first got the concrete, I was really inspired to kind of show it off, and I used all the terracotta. It's very vibrant. I think they work well together. It's kind of hard to mix them into other builds. And then I was kind of struck by how flat, you can kind of see it now, but it's a very flat surface. The black is pretty black. And if I turn off the UI here, you can just barely see any details on that wall. I guess you can see it a little better now. But then big glass ceiling. Eventually I will dig out the dirt, which will allow the water to flow down into that. I can kind of show you what I have going on. And then this is the the holding up the river. I just have a lot of fence gates to have a floating river above this big massive kind of overflow storage, bone blocks, and just double chests of a lot of stuff. Prismarine crystals, I don't know. Anyway, I don't need to show you all the various chests of storage. This is just decorative sugar, really. It also holds up the water, so I was using it for that. Oh, you can see, yeah, that was the point. I shouldn't have harvested that. But yeah, it's kind of a neat effect. Feeds the river, which I will eventually have flow down into this pit that I've been building, these kind of repeating patterns of stairs down into this big pit here. But yeah, this is the big base. I know I showed this the other day, but again, the 2 iron farms on either side, which feed into the storage. And then that is a big gold farm. Let me just show you that detail real quick. Okay, so we were just right down there, and now we are up here. And this is a lot of obsidian. I did concentric squares of obsidian, these big nether portal gates. And I know you've probably seen, I think I showed this to you before, but these count as spawning space for the pigmen. So the big portals essentially count as big areas of the nether. The pigmen spawn on these little areas, and then they get tricked by the fence or the trapdoors and just walk through, and we can collect their gold and their rotten flesh, which I don't really need their rotten flesh as much as I once thought that I did. But I can come up here, and this is kind of the second floor. Have them kind of off center. I've sort of built this base not all at one time. It's been kind of a process. This is a neat little detail, I think. Getting over this water stream, I didn't want to block this off with an actual bridge, because I do have things that would fall into this water stream to be collected. So I kind of use the fact that you could continue some of your momentum to go, jump across. You don't even have to jump, but you just sort of walk across that and fall down to one block in front of you. So each way you just take the stairs up and then you fall down onto the other side. I think that's kind of a neat little detail. This is the bulk storage for the paper farm, which isn't working anymore. And I can show you the tree farm because it's kind of a neat design. It uses these water buckets that are being dispensed, and then once you harvest that, the water streams will push the items off into these water streams, which feed down into these water streams, and this goes all the way down. Let me find it. There it is. There's the opening. Down into the storage system, and I can show you the service entrance. I used to, before we had wings and I could just fly around, this was kind of the easy way down. Still is, I guess. And this is the path that the iron golems take. Of course, they're 3 high, so they just get a big lava bath, and we get to enjoy their iron. But I'm kind of taking the secret way around here, and this is, whoa, take 2. This is where the wood comes down into this water stream here, gets fed into the storage system, which has sorters for all the blocks that I get in large quantities, basically. Pretty much. I probably could add on to it, should add on to it, but at a certain point. I do have extra storage up here for sort of larger categories. I keep all my falafel and hummus in this one, and the bagels in this one. So, your basic stuff. Let's see, what else should I show you? I'll just fly up in the air here. Is the sun going down? I think it might be. This will give us an opportunity, if we stay tuned, to see the lava fall. Let me actually fly up here. This is nothing too fancy, but it uses a piston that is being turned on by a daylight sensor. When it's daytime, this is on, which means the piston is on. Pretty soon, when the sun sets, it's going to turn this off, which will turn the piston off, which will, what's it going to do? It's going to let the lava drop. Oh, there's a kitty cat up here. Didn't realize that. Hope you stay safe there, buddy. But yeah, it's kind of a nighttime, night light lets you know that it's nighttime. And if we are patient for just one more minute, I'm not going to go anywhere. We're just going to look at this. The sun is setting. Another fine day in the Minecraft world. And any second, yep. See, there we go. It drops down. And it's this is one of the planets that I've done here, the Aurora Borealis over there. And maybe that one's Mars. This one is a sort of bluish green planet. I don't know what that would be. Venus? We'll call it Venus. That's your Venus. And if I can land over here, we get a better view of the lava fall. There we go. It takes a while for the lava to fall down. But that will fall right into that tower there. So, yeah, there's sort of stuff to see everywhere you look around here. I'd have one of the original farms that I had set up. I did have cows and chickens and everything, and sheep. Things got really laggy, so I moved those out. But I do have a nether wart farm here, which works pretty well. You can harvest it by It drops these blocks down, which allows the water to flow. I still need to let it. I just did this actually, just harvested, so I need to let it grow before I do it again. But it would let all the netherwort flow down into here, and then kind of a neat detail. I think these iron bars prevent you from fall. I'm pushing forward right now, but I'm not falling down there, so you can replant really easily by leaning forward. And you don't have to walk on the soul sand, which slows you. People call it slow sand for that reason. Yeah, so that's kind of easy. You can run back and forth and replant easily enough, and then it feeds down into this storage where I have lots of netherwort. I do have not that I've ever really needed it, but a grass and what is this? Mycelium farm. So I can put regular dirt here and then let it spread, and then harvest it with a silk shovel if I want to. I think I will leave it there for now. See how long I've been going. I know I have a lot of different things I want to work on here, but I also want to kind of get you acquainted with the server a little bit and show you some of the stuff I've done in the past before I go racing forward. But I hope you're enjoying for now. All right, I'm going to leave it there, and we will get back to some more projects here. It's sort of good to get the kelp farm up and running, and then I want to add bubble columns to a lot of different builds. Maybe next time it'll be bubble column, the bubble column installation service. So we can get rid of all the various minecart elevators and stairways and all those old-fashioned ways of getting elevation. So I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Love ya.